So as we get started today, this video is divided into chapters. If you want to skip at any point, just look at the sliding bar underneath the plating window and you can see the chapters to skip ahead. In today's tutorial we're continuing our sampler Afghan. This is now moving to the diagonal slash motif. Actually this one's quite fun. I like this one, and once we get started, once you get to third row, it's just a matter of repeating the second and third row until the square measures 7 inches tall, and then you apply a border. The border has not yet been applied to this. So let's begin, and you're going to use the same hook, 5mm size H, and whatever yarn you decided. You have to make 3 of these, and we're going to jump right into the pattern now. So let's begin by creating a slip knot, and I need you to chain a total of 25. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go all the way to 25. Meet me back here in just a moment. So row number 1 we're going to begin, and you're gonna single crochet second chain from the hook, so count it back. So 1 and 2, go to the back hump of it, it'll look nicer, and I need you to single crochet all the way across. You will have a total of 24 single crochets by the time you get to the other side. So please do this for row number 1. So I'm coming up all the way to the end, and you're gonna turn your work, and row number 2 and 3 is the repeat pattern throughout the whole thing. So let's do row number 2. So you're always gonna start off the same with row number 2. You're gonna chain 3, which will be your first double crochet, and you'll double crochet into the next one. So remember that your edging will always have 2 double crochet on this side and the other. You're going to skip the next stitch here and put 3 double crochets in a row. So we have 1, 2, and 3. So what I'm about to do is going to count as this stitch, but it will appear over here. So you're gonna wrap the hook going into the single crochet, and when you're just gonna come in from the front, and this will wrap around the 3 double crochets that are in there, and you'll pull through. And I need you to pull some slack, nice even slack, and pull through 2 and 2. So you're double crocheting around there, and so this will wrap around those stitches. So then you're gonna skip the next one and double crochet the next 3. So we have 1, 2, and 3, and then come into the one you skipped, wrap through the front to the back, make sure this wraps right around it, and pull through and pull some slack. Do about the even number that you can do here, and then pull through 2 and 2. So skipping the next one, you will have a total of 5 of these diagonal slashes appearing by the time you get to the other side. So once you get your 3, come to the one you skipped, pull through 2 and 2. So this pattern here is double-sided. So skipping 1, do the next 3, do the one you skipped. Skipping 1, do the next 3. Okay, do the one you skipped, and you should be only left with 2 stitches left, which there is. So in the final 2 stitches you're just gonna double crochet, and that was the end of row number 2. So you'll repeat number 2 over and over and over, but you have to do row number 3 in between them. So let's turn our work and do row number 3. So in row number 3 you're going to just chain 1 and do 1 single crochet all the way across. Now it states in here row number 3 in the instructions that you'll chain 3 and then turn. I don't do instructions like that. I like to start off with a fresh set of instructions. So I move the chain 3 then to are telling you that before you start a row, so that you can do it before or after, it's up to you, but I prefer it before I start a new row and not at the end of a finishing row. It's your call. Let me know in the comments what you think of that. I think that's an older way of writing. I know this pattern is kind of dated, so it's possible that it's old style of lingo. So just single crochet yourself across. This is row number 3, and I'll show you row number 2 all over again. So make sure you come into the top of the turning chain, go right into this chain, don't go into a space, and turn. And we're gonna review doing row number 2 once again. So row number 2 we're going to chain 3, so 1, 2, and 3, and then you are going to then you know it's kind of interesting, it says that chain 3 at the end of row number 3, but if you do row number 2 it says to chain 3 again, so you end up with chaining 6. Huh, interesting. So I guess that's a typo in the pattern. So okay, so you've got chain 3, 1 double crochet, so just follow the video at this point I guess. So you have your 2 in a row and you'll have 2 on the other side. So you skip the first one and double crochet in the first 3. So we have 1, 2 and 3, and then you'll come into the one you skipped and wrap it, and then skip the next one and do the next 3. And then do the one. So I'll just be quiet as I continue. This is a fabulous pattern. I actually really like this one. And then you'll be left with 2 that'll be on their own on the end. So you just do those 2 and then you turn your work and do row number 3. So then row number 3, just turn chain 1 and do 1 single crochet in each. So what I need you to do now is repeat rows number 2 and 3 over and over and over, and you should get approximately to 7 inches finishing on row number 3, which is a single crochet row, and that's where your journey will then end. You'll then apply a border, and I've linked that into the more information of this video if you would like to have access to that. So make sure you get your border done so that when you apply it to your main afghan the border will already be done. So please do rows number 2 and 3 until you get 7 inches, then apply your border. You need to do a total of 3 of these, and this is the Diagonal Slash Motif by yarnspirations.com. Have a good day, and we'll see you again next time as we move on to the Thistle Garden motif, and that one's a little bit tough, so brace yourself. It's gonna be a rough ride, and we'll continue to that motif next time, and I'll see you.